Welcome, everyone, to a Missouri Valley Conference chat. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Drake head coach Darian DeVries. And Darren, I kind of thought there would be a split, that it might happen actually the same way. And this is before Tank Hempel's injury. But the fact that you guys got a split, I think, speaks volumes to where this program is at, where this team is at. Just let's look back before we look forward. How'd you pull it off?
Yeah, we're obviously, Loyola, I got a lot of respect for. I think they're a really, really good team, an NCAA tournament team, a lot of veterans, well coached. So when you lose, arguably you're one of your best players, leading scorer and second leading rebounder a couple of days before the game, it's not ideal. And that first night, I thought we played really well in the first half, and then the second half kind of got hit a little bit, and we didn't respond real well. And then, as the game went on, on these back-to-backs, you kind of get to that point where you got to make a decision of, try to keep it as close as possible or live to fight another day. And so going into that next day, we wanted to, we knew we had to try to come away with a win, this is our last opportunity for a quad one. So we had to really put all of our marbles into that basket and empty the tank that next day. And fortunately, we're able to win, a really hard fought game, low scoring grinder, 51-50 in overtime isn't exactly probably a thing of beauty, but it was when we needed to get. And I thought under the circumstances of, getting back into that groove again after losing, somebody like Tank and coming away with a win against what I think is a really good Loyola team was something we're, really excited about.
So I'm going to get to that in a moment here, but in terms of what you got left, you got Northern Iowa and then 2 games against Evansville, 2 games against Bradley. Hopefully everything gets played. What's the anticipation for Tank's return for any of these?
Yeah, it's a little bit of a wait and see. He won't be back for those. We know that for sure. There's an outside chance, for Arch Madness. That would be, if he's, a really, really quick healer. And then if we were to make postseason after that, I think that the chances start to go up, pretty dramatically each day. So fortunately for us, the conference tournament, there's 2 weeks between, the postseason play. So there's an opportunity there where we could get him back and potentially and have him practice again. We won't know anything until you get a chance to do the x-rays, see how the bone's healing and things like that. But that's a typical timeline for guys with those injuries.
So to that point, you're obviously an NCAA tournament team. If the tournament were tomorrow, at least that's my opinion. I think I've shared by others, but the tournament isn't tomorrow. But how much was getting that win on Sunday over Loyola without him an indicator that this team can survive, get through these next couple of weeks, hopefully, to still be in that same position?
Yeah, I think it was huge for us to get that quad one win, especially without our leading scorer and rebounder. I think that it shows just exactly what our team is and how we're built. And I think you look at, where we're at now, after having played that from, quad one and quad two, we're sitting at 5-1 and the rest of it, we got to continue to play well. We got to continue to win games, but like you said, if it were today, I feel like we deserve to be in but we got to finish the season off, and that's that's still some big challenges in front of us.
So who has picked up the slack?
Well, I think we really picked up the slack more defensively, just as a collective effort. Offensively, we're working through it a little bit still. With based on the schedule we have, we had played five games last week, so we couldn't really do a lot of live stuff to make these adjustments. So everything was kind of on paper and a walkthrough to try to make some of the things we were doing. Got to tweak it now because we did do some things through Tank at both ends of the floor, and now making those tweaks. And as we move forward, hopefully guys get more comfortable, and they're not completely different roles, but just tweaked, as Garrett starts coming off the bench now as a starter. So everybody kind of moves that one spot up in the lineup on offense, and defensively, guys are being guarded by somebody a little different. So those are just the small adjustments that we got to make as we go forward.
All right. So I want a soapbox moment here. Make the case in this moment in time why the Valley deserves 2.
Well, I think when you look at Loyola and us, I think we've performed, at a pretty high level all year. Both have, been doing this 23 years. I know what NCAA tournament teams look like, and I think we both have one. We have veteran teams. We have great balance. I think we are both efficient on offense and defensively. Both defend very well. And, when you look at the opportunities that we've had, we're 5-1 in quad 1 and quad 2 opportunities right now. And that's what our team is. And, fortunately for us, we were able to play a lot of non-conference games where, we played well in them. There weren't a lot of, high quad 1, quad 2 opportunities because we had to take bus trips and things like that. So we played the schedule we played, and I thought we did what we needed to do in those games. And as we got into league play, league play is always a grind, and we've been able to survive it to this point, even with the challenging schedule we've had with back-to-backs and midweeks and back-to-backs, especially with our COVID pause after 3 weeks and coming back and being able to do what we've done. This team is an NCAA tournament team.
Well, there's no question that both passed the eye test, and hopefully the committee is watching. And while it was a grinder, maybe not a thing of beauty, it would be wonderful to get a third matchup potentially in St. Louis next month. Darren, appreciate it. Doing a great job. Stay warm. I know it's brutal down there in Iowa as it is everywhere right now. So appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thanks, Andy. Appreciate it.